So I'm here with Andy Smith, and behind me, you can't miss it. It's the Tumbler from the new Dark Knight Rises, and you built it.
I did. Me and a very talented crew, yes.
Yeah, and do you build cars regularly?
I've done a lot of race car work in the past,
Wow.
and with the special effects, way back on a Bond film, they asked us to build a Z8, and that's when the film car thing started happening. Although, having said that, I did work on the '89 car way back as a kind of one-off thing.
Yeah?
When I was much younger.
So you have a history with Batman.
A bit of a history.
Well, what do you think it is about the car? You know, Val Kilmer infamously said, "Chicks dig the car," but I think everybody kind of digs the car.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, how can you not like that?
Right?
It's a good-looking car.
So I heard that it's a mix between a Hummer, a Humvee, and a Lamborghini.
That
Right.
was the image that they wanted to create. I mean, that's really down to our director and our art director, Nathan Crowley and Chris Nolan sat in Chris's garage for 3 months sticking bits together and making little clay models, and they
give it to you?
They gave this little model and said, "Can you make that?" And you can make anything. Just time, money.
But this is functional, right?
Totally functional. It does everything you see it doing.
Were you able to make the model they gave you, or did you have to make some adjustments?
No, I think we got pretty much there, and it's a very odd way to make a car. If you ask me to make a car to jump over the freeway, it won't look anything like that. So I'm given an aesthetic thing that you have to make work, and then you have to push it and make it jump and make it run over police cars and do all the other
But
stuff.
it really can't jump.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We jump it up a ramp. We've cleared 2 lanes of traffic on the freeway. We've jumped over another car, blown it up in midair, and.
So this is a new version, and everyone's trying to always up the ante with a new movie. Without any spoilers, what's some cool new features on this car?
The car you see behind us has a very cool rocket launcher in it.
Ooh.
One of the other car that's in camo has a gun turret on top and a 2-barrel tank gun on the top.
Wow.
The third car you see in the film is just a camo version of the standard Batmobile Tumbler.
So you built all three?
We built all the cars on the first film. These cars have been through 3 films. There's no new ones. We've upgraded them. Every film we take them apart and we rebuild them. But of the 5 running cars that we built on that film, there's 4 left.
What happened to the 5th?
They took it apart actually to do the bike coming out the front.
Oh, yes.
It was the car that had a good history of doing a lot of jumps, and it's probably the most twisted one of the lot, but it was still a good car. But...
Well, I think that's a great fate for it. To go from the jumps to everyone loved that, of course. So rocket launcher, and this you said it can do everything. Does it really have a rocket launcher?
It really has a rocket launcher, and we built it to actually fire rockets, but
really?
Yeah, but they wouldn't let us do
that.
Oh
no, party poopers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I hear this isn't street legal for obvious reasons.
It's too wide. That's the only reason.
That's
Otherwise,
the thing keeping it off the street.
Yeah, well, the fact you can't see out of it, but
you can't.
That's
even in the front, you can't see.
Not really.
How do you drive it then?
Well, we have an extremely talented stunt guy. George Cottle drives it, and of course, in their environment, the traffic is stunt guys.
Yeah,
the whole
he
day,
knows
everybody.
Yeah,
he's driving. Everyone's getting out of the way. And if you've ever driven in LA, that's not the way it works.
No, well, the Tumbler would just sit there a lot in the middle of the street.
Well, they might well get out of the way of that. Yeah.
That's true. That's great. You just jump over them and have no problem.
Run them over you.
Oh, great. So you have another car, the original from the first ones we're going to look at, right? So let's go look at that. So we're here with one of the original cars, all the way from Batman Begins. But you said this car has a story.
It's a 5th car that we built, and it's the car you'd see if you went to the Warner Brothers studio. On the tour around the studio, there'll be the '89 car, and you'd see this car. But it isn't just a pretty car, although it's a pretty car, and a little bit prettier than the others. Whenever we shoot a film, they lend it back to us, and we're supposed to use it just for the beauty shots and not put it in any danger.
This is the supermodel car.
Yeah, but
right?
we don't treat it like that. It gets stuck right in the middle of everything.
Oh, that's excellent. I'm sure it loves it. It's like, finally a break. I can cut loose.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
why is this car just so beautiful? Because it's just perfect, and this is done for visuals?
Yeah, they're a little bit more fit and finish on things, and we made it a little bit prettier inside. But all the cars are tumblers, and they can all do anything that a tumbler can do. They can all get the flames out the back and the fins that move.
Did you fully design the insides as well?
Yeah, but I mean, I work with a very talented group. But yes, I mean, I guess there's probably more of
me in there. Were they built
the
inside and everything?
The interior in there is not the interior we shoot. That's all business in there, and stunts and effects and everything else. Yeah, there's not enough room to shoot in there.
Well, you said you started out with race cars.
Yeah.
What would win in a race?
If there was a jump in it, that one.
I guess you'd also run them off the road.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But how fast do these go?
Well, that's the thing. We don't need to go extremely fast. We gear the cars. They're 100 or 110 actually is the top speed of the car, and that's when the motor peaks out. And that's all we need. We need it to get up to speed quickly, so you don't end up with a big running convoy of cars waiting, trying to get up to speed. And you can make everything look quick. Film cleverly. You don't have to go that fast. And the acceleration we need sometimes for doing jumps and stuff. The jump cars have got a little bit different gearing, but that's it.
There's a rumor that Nolan wants to make a Bond movie.
Oh, wicked.
He said he's wanted to. I'm sure you'll get a call.
I've done a few Bond cars.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So I mean, you guys, I'm sure we can even up the ante even more. Thank you so much, Andy. We're going to go look at some more Batmobiles. So I'm here with Jeff Duhnam, who owns the Batmobile behind me.
Right.
What inspires someone to buy a Batmobile?
It came up for sale, and I mean, how could I pass this
Was
up?
it an impulse purchase?
No, it wasn't an impulse. Yeah, I guess it was, because it came up for sale, and I was like, I gotta have this thing.
Yeah.
And I was at a point where I could actually afford it, and it was fantastic.
Nice.
But I grew up, watching the '60s, the television series, and then this, the Keaton Batmobile, and this is actually the third Batmobile from the second movie, from Batman Returns. So it was actually used in the production of the movie.
Oh.
Unlike, there's a lot of knockoffs out there, but this is the real deal.
This is legitimate,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Does the history come with the Batmobile, or did you research it yourself?
Oh no, yeah, you get, when you something like this, there's contracts from Warner Brothers, and
Really?
Did
you buy it directly from Warner Brothers?
No, somehow I got away from them after the second movie, and somebody else had it, and then I bought it from that guy.
Do you ever drive it?
Oh yeah, I got it street legal. We went through it. We made it it was kind of,
you restored it, right?
Oh yeah, I restored it from the inside out. The outside was fine. It was the inside. It was a movie prop,
Yeah.
Had a beat up old engine in it. It was made to drive, 100 yards 3 times, and that was it. But we took it, and now I put an LS7 Corvette engine in it. It's got a nice suspension. I don't race it.
So do you drive up along the coast?
And I haven't done that yet, but that'd be a nice Sunday afternoon, wouldn't it? And
Right?
we put air conditioning in it too, yeah.
That's
No, I
great.
take it to car shows, and we're getting ready to do charity events with it.
That's very nice. I
Yeah.
know the Batmobile always brings a smile to everybody's face.
That's one thing I say to people. They say, why are so many people here of so many demographics and ages and backgrounds and races and creeds? It's everybody. And I think it's because every one of these cars is a celebrity in its own right.
Yeah.
And everybody has their favorite. And it just smiles on everybody's faces.
Why do you think the Batmobile works? Why can Batman have a car, but they try and give Spider-Man a car? Everyone thinks it's ridiculous.
Because Batman has no powers.
That's right.
Yeah. Spider-Man can do that. He can run,
Batman's like, I have to walk. Leave me alone.
Batman's just a guy. You know what I mean?
That's great. He does have the grappling hook, but we'll let him go.
You're right.
Right?
But
Yeah.
I think that's one of the appeals is every guy around here goes, I could be Batman.
Well, when it comes to the car like that, why not,
Knock off a
right?
few pounds, I could be Batman.
Have you ever thought of expanding your collection and getting a Batcave and stuff like that?
Funny you mentioned that. I'm actually getting ready to build a house, and we're toying with the idea of building an underground garage and kind of putting some cave things on
You
the
have
side.
to.
Yeah,
You have to. And you have
How
to get it
could
on
you
a
not?
spinner. Just like they have that in the comic and the
turntable,
movie. Yeah, the
absolutely.
turntable. That's fantastic.
Will you guys come and do a story on that house when we finish it?
Sold. I will be there.
Absolutely.
Oh, great. It's a great car.
All right.
Thanks,
Thanks very
Jeff.
much.
So we are in the car where it all started, the Adam West car, designed and built by George Barris.
Well, one of the things that's so important, you're sitting in a car that became world famous because I made it a people star car. That means when I went to Dozier, our producer, I noticed that in the script he had pow, bang, wow. That means he had things happening that Batman and Robin were doing. I said, well, if they're going to do it, so will the car.
Today we have all these military cars, and so you can build based on that. But you started, it had to come from your imagination.
Absolutely.
How did you come up with all this?
Well, I knew the things that were happening in other areas, such as bat chutes that would come out. When we wanted to stop the car, I wasn't just slamming the brakes. I popped the thing, and out went 2 bat chutes in the back. And there's a jet there. When we started a jet engine, as they start when you're in an aircraft,
Yeah.
I had the same thing coming out of the middle tube, a jet engine. When I wanted to make turns, I'd have different levers that went here. And even if you want to say a bat phone.
That's fantastic.
Batman, we're here having a wonderful interview, and I'm explaining everything to her, exactly what we did for you for your Batmobile.
I heard it's not the only car you've built for
No,
television
I started
shows.
out with the Beverly Hillbillies, then I went to the Munsters, then I went to Batman, then the Monkees, then the Beverly Hillbillies, the Knight Rider, the Dukes of Hazzard, the General Lee, James Bond.
I love the fact that the Knight Rider is like the Knight Rider car is the cousin of the Batmobile. As someone who makes characters out of cars, why do you think people respond to them so well?
Well, because people are really car lovers. Not only for transportation, they would have their car an enjoyment for themselves. The thrill of cars are a big part of everybody's life. No matter what you do, you can have a home, you can have a swimming pool, but your car is number one for what you need.
Yeah, and thanks to you, it's now a big part of people's entertainment.
And that's the best part, is that we can create into the illusion that they even want to go home and they want to make a little Batmobile out of their own car.
Oh, that's great. And I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Batmobiles through the ages.